saying that there was this wonderful woman up on the floor who was really working to give back to her community. And Jenny is an RN on 4 East, and she was described as a passionate about helping with others. She'll tell us how she does help our fellow nurses afford to take their boards, which is not a small feat, right?
No.
You want to start?
Yep, I'm gonna start.
Don't fall.
Got that right.
Hang on 1 second. You can tell we didn't try to do this beforehand.
We weren't sure we were gonna be able to do it at all, so.
You know, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm sorry, Jenny.
No, that's okay. So you just get to listen to me.
Yes.
So, like they said, I'm a nurse up on 4 East, and I love nursing. Anybody that runs into me in the hallways can tell you that I usually try to be smiling and lend everybody, and he gets the video going. Alright, so I'll be quiet now before I either fall down or knock something over.
Let's do this. Let's turn this on. It might come from the laptop, but you should still be able.
When you graduate from nursing school, a lot of people don't know this, but then you have to turn around and you have to come up with almost $400. You've got to take NCLEX, you've got to pay for your license. And if you've been a nursing student who's not working, if you're struggling on student loans and grants and things, that's a lot of money to try to come up with at one time. So my goal now is to try to help them and maybe possibly pay for their NCLEX to help them get through that and take their NCLEX faster, because they're going to be more successful. It is a proven fact. If you wait a long time to go and take your NCLEX, you're not going to be as successful. Our goal is to hopefully by May of this year help 5 new grads taking their NCLEX, which is only $1,000. So it's not a lot of money. So I think it's a really achievable thing. And so between other nursing alumni from J. Sargent Reynolds, maybe some businesses in the community that could help us, we can get together that $1,000 and help 5 really deserving and wonderful nursing students who need that little hand to get them on their career to be fabulous nurses, and just get a little bit of money, and even if it's just $5, it's enough to help us get where we need to be.
So that's a little bit about what I did. Tell you a little bit about me. I am actually a high school dropout who never thought that her dream of being a nurse would become a reality. Finally, I found someone in my life that believed in me a whole lot more than I did, and I was able to go to nursing school. I am a relatively new grad, less than 2 years, and I love being a nurse. Some people say I've done it forever. I think I was Florence Nightingale in a previous life, but you never know. I like to give back to everybody. I like to try to be the smile in someone's day, because nursing is not easy, and actually none of what we do is very easy. Is there something causing feedback?
I think you're okay.
So when I graduated, I decided I needed to give back to the community at Reynolds. I was a mentor for the students. I was asked to sit on the nursing advisory board, which I gladly accepted. And then I mentor a lot of the students every day on Facebook, a page that I run for them that they can reach out to me and say, hey, I need a hand. And we just kind of give them a you can do it, don't give up kind of mentality. Last meeting we had in October of 2013, we found out that we were having a serious drop in first-time pass rates for the state board exams for RNs. And we became very concerned. So we reached out to the students that were not successful, and we said, hey, what's going on? We find out that they were having financial difficulties and were having to put their state boards off further and further and further. So I said, hey, why don't we raise some money and help some people out? Who am I, who sometimes I don't have 2 pennies to rub together, but you know what? I can help somebody else, it'll be all right. So we created that lovely video between the help of Facebook and emails and letters and my big mouth, because I'll tell you, if you've got 2 seconds to listen to me, I'll tell you about this because it's my passion and my love right now. So it was absolutely wonderful. The students submitted essays that they needed help and why they needed help. One of them that really touched me was a single mom with 3 children whose house burned down 2 years ago. She had to postpone her nursing school by another year, but luckily she was there. But she wasn't sure of how she was going to make it. So she submitted her essay. You know she was one of my choices because that's just such a great story. The other one was a young lady who said she knew she wanted to be a nurse in the 4th grade when she was on the playground and her friend fell and skinned her knee, and all she could do is sit there and hold her hand and go, it's okay, until help arrived. So it's stories like that of why we chose to give back to them and help them become. Last Thursday, it was actually my complete honor to give this money to these students, and it was filled with lots of hugs and lots of tears, and they were so eternally grateful. The great thing about this is they're not going to pay it forward. There's some people who are now going to be nurses in our community that are going to feel that little gift that we gave them of $200, which wasn't that much, and they're going to pay it forward to other nursing students and our community by taking care of others. So from someone who really doesn't come from a whole lot, I struggled in my life, but finally I found someone who believed in me, and I became a nurse, and I've decided to give back and help others. That's my personal achievement, and I challenge everybody that no matter who you are, or how much you make, or what you do, you can make a difference in someone's life by doing something so very simple. That's me.
You guys plan to expand over the next year or 2?
We're not really sure of what we're going to do at this point. It was really difficult to get to that because we did it in like a 2-month time period is all we had actually once we got the video out there. So I'm hoping that maybe we'll be able to do it again in the future, but we'll see how it goes.
And your video's up all the time?
All the time. It's on YouTube, and it's gotten 361 views. I was really surprised when I looked at that last night.
Really quickly, give a quick snip for yourself. What's it called?
It's called the Reynolds Nursing Inflex Challenge on YouTube. You just have to Google it.
Wonderful. Any questions?
I appreciate you upstairs.
Thanks.